Hey travelers, my name is Juliana and that's Martine. We've been traveling around the world for 4 years and fitting it into our lives any way possible, whether that be volunteering in hostels, working on cruise ships, taking short weekend adventures, or living as expats working remotely. Our goal is to show you how to have unique and memorable trips, no matter what your circumstances. Today, I feel like it's the season finale of our journey with the K1 visa process, almost 2 years waiting for this day. And what better way to celebrate than making a video for you guys, sharing our experience of exactly what to expect during the visa appointment in Ciudad Juarez, Mexico.
All the process was like a roller coaster of emotions, but well, we're here and we're recording this already.
Many of you guys have been following our journey since the past summer when I first made our K1 video about our timeline with the K1 process. And you may have known that we were really impacted by the pandemic. Our interview was canceled 2 times. But we wanted to provide an update for you guys that we did in fact have the interview after all, and we do have the visa. It was a bumpy journey, some weird things happened, and I think you guys deserve to know exactly what to expect during this process. And by the way, if you haven't seen the K1 video I made before about the specific timeline of our events, like when we applied, when we received our notice of action 1, etc. There's a whole video on that you can watch after. It's gonna walk you through all the exact dates of everything. So we're just gonna pick up from where we left off there and start with the interview process.
If you have a fiance or a spouse that speaks Spanish, I come here to promote that I'm doing this video also in Spanish, so you can tell her or tell him that watch the video in Spanish so he or she can know what's the steps and how it's gonna be all the process.
Yeah, Martine has a really great series going on his channel. You can go ahead and click up above to watch the first video. I think it's gonna be 4.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be 4
or 5.
That's right.
So definitely send them that way because, I mean, it's up to them how well they do in the interview. You're not gonna be there.
Right.
So, yeah. That video is there for your enjoyment. One last housekeeping thing. This video is going to be long. I don't want to cut anything out. We want you guys to know all the exact information about what to expect because we know how stressful this process is. Martine, you spent hours watching videos before you went.
That's right, that's right. I was so nervous, and maybe 2 months before my interview, every night I was watching a lot of YouTube videos. So every single video that it says Consulate Appointment, I watch it.
Yes.
In English or in Spanish.
But yeah, so point is, this video is going to be long. What I've done is I've time-stamped in the description the exact time to talk about the medical, the biometrics, the interview questions, and the scary thing that happened to us during the interview. You guys will find out more about that. But anyway, we document the whole process and finally show us getting the visa. So if you need to jump ahead, those timestamps are down below. Now, Martine actually documented a lot of his experience on film when he was in Ciudad Juarez. So you're gonna be seeing many clips throughout this video of his experience there. We're gonna be kind of like sports broadcasters, watching the highlight reels.
I like that.
Providing our commentary as we go along because there's some things we missed. So you guys will go back and forth between that footage and us talking.
Right.
Now that all that's out of the way, go ahead, grab a snack, grab a drink, sit back and relax as we take you on our K1 visa journey in Ciudad Juarez, Mexico.
Some agua de Jamaica, some cacahuates japoneses.
Oh, okay.
Prepare for it.
Okay, I like it. All right, Martine, let's pick up from where we left off because a lot of people on Instagram have seen the tears, the happiness, the journey that has been these past few months.
Right.
But the people on YouTube, the last thing you saw from us was our K1 visa video where we just told you basically our appointment was canceled for in March of 2020, and then we were hoping to have our interview in July of 2020.
April 1st.
It was gonna be on April 1st, but we found out in March of 2020 it was canceled because of the pandemic. Then we got rescheduled for July of 2020 and it was canceled again. So what happened since then?
From the beginning, all that time from the cancellation of the first appointment to the second one, we were living apart. So it was really hard not having to.
Yeah, then what ended up happening is I had lived in Mexico before, but I was home because of the pandemic. I ended up coming back here to Mexico and we were checking the interview scheduling website daily. Seriously, daily. We were calling them every month or so. I wrote because we wanted to make sure our case stayed active. But in the end, didn't really make a difference because in January 2021, we got the shocking news that our case was expired, even though we had called a bunch of times. Of course, you can imagine the panic in our eyes when we saw that. There were tears. We sent emails, yeah. There were tears in our eyes. We were very upset. We called and spoke to someone and they assured us this is just because it's been a year that your case has been active. Right. It's normal, it doesn't mean you can't get the visa. Actually, if you see an appointment available on the visa page, go ahead and schedule it and like they'll change your status for you. So that was helpful.
Then something magical happened. I was up till 2 in the morning, something like that. Couldn't sleep. And we're in this Facebook group of K1 visas.
In Mexico.
In Mexico, that's right. I was awake. So Juliana, of course, she was sleeping, and I said like, oh, somebody in the group just published that they were able to make an appointment in the consulate. Yeah. And I was like, Juliana, wake up. Because I didn't took my laptop, it was only yours.
And I was like half asleep, but we had practiced for this moment. It was like, because we'd been checking every single week. So I was like, autopilot, sign in, schedule the appointment. It was for mid-March, March 18th.
That's right.
And we were so happy. A week after that, our case went into ready stage, so it was no longer expired, so that whole situation solved itself, thankfully.
Yeah.
And then we had to get ourselves ready for the interview. Oh, and another thing I wanted to note is we did not expedite our case at all. There was no reason that we would be able to expedite our case, so we were under normal processing times. So for the interview process, you actually have to fly out to Ciudad Juarez, Mexico.
Yes, right now because of the pandemic, they're putting a couple of cases of people that they live in Mexico City, but because I'm not, so
we're so close, but not quite enough.
That's right, so I need to travel to Ciudad Juarez.
Yeah, where did you stay?
I stayed at the Holiday Inn, but we made some mistake, was miscommunication between you and me, and we
Thank you for saying that. It was all me.
No, we booked the wrong one. It's couple, Juliana, it's a couple, it's a team effort.
Yeah.
So we booked the wrong one because there's a Holiday Inn Express just in front of the consulate in Ciudad Juarez. But we booked Holiday Inn, regular one. So it's...
Who would have known there was a difference? Not that I work at a travel agency or anything and should know these things.
So it wasn't that bad because it's 1 block away from the consulate. One big block, like Mexico City block. Yeah. Like it was a big block, but it was 25 minutes walking. So I love to walk, so it wasn't a big deal.
How was the hotel in general?
The hotel was very nice. Actually, when I watch a lot of videos from people that they attend to this kind of thing, Holiday Inn Express is very small. The rooms there are very small. They say like the bed is not as comfortable as this one. I had a huge bed, I have a huge screen. I was watching sports over there. And
by the way, I think most of you guys probably know this, but I do not attend the interview. So I did not go to Ciudad Juarez with him because I'm actually not allowed into any of the appointments.
It was kind of useless because you're not allowed to enter in any of the appointments, and also we were just like spending another flight ticket.
Yeah. But Martin actually walked to a lot of his appointments. There were some that he did like take an Uber, but so it was close enough that you could still walk. But obviously don't do that at nighttime because it's like not too safe.
I arrived to Ciudad Juarez on the 15th, and that exact day I just walked to the consulate, so I had a sense of where things are. So the consulate, then where's the CAS, where are the medicals, and where is everything. So I knew exactly where to go the next day.
Next was the medical exam. That was actually the first appointment that you had, and you did some great clips of your experience with that, so let's roll the clips.
Whenever you're doing your medical checkup for the K1 visa in Ciudad Juarez, there's only 2 places you can do it, and both are next to each other. It's Clínica Médica Internacional and Servicios Médicos de la Frontera. These 2. Both there are next to the consulate. I'm going to do in this one. Tomorrow they're gonna pick me up from my hotel, so I will tell you guys how was it. Hey guys, I just came back from my medical exam. It took about 2 hours, the entire process. I mean, this company, they offered to pick me up over here in my hotel half an hour before my appointment. So yes, 6:30 they were over here. They picked me up, they took me over there, and well, everything starts. You enter to the building, they ask you for your documents. You have to take the vaccines. This is the Mexican one, where they say which vaccines you have. You also have to take your Mexican passport and a letter from the consulate and confirmation of the appointment. That is the email that it says your passport number, case number, yeah. They ask you for your documents. They take a picture of you without the mask. Then they make you fill like a form that says where do you live in the States or in Mexico, and the hotel that you're staying at, your room number, and your cell phone number in case they have to call you. After that, they give you a little number and a thingamajig like this one. In every section of this medical, they will scan it, and so your data will appear in a screen, your picture, your signature, and they always ask, this is your picture, this is your signature, and you have to confirm it, and then everything starts. The first one is they take an x-ray of your chest. So you have to take out your shirt. They take you to this room, dark room. You have to put your chest in front of this machine. They make you to put your shoulders as close as you can to this thingamajig. Then you have to breathe, and you have to hold it while they take the x-ray. It's easy and fast. The second stage is the blood. They take you out some blood. I was scared a little bit, but everything went fine. I think the doctor was very good. I didn't feel it. It was alright. Anyway, then you have to go to the second floor. At the second floor, you have to pee in a cup. So there's some bathrooms over there so that you can do it. And they put a label on your little cup. Again, they scan you this thingamajig. And then you have to go to the physical test. They measure you, how tall you are, how much you weigh, and also they make like a eye exam. They put you something over here and they ask you for the letters. Then they take you to a little room for yourself, and they ask you to take off all your clothes except the underwear. So you're waiting there, seated, and then another doctor just knocks and they ask you a couple of questions. They ask you if you smoke, if you drink, if you have ever consumed illegal substances, if you're taking a medicine daily, or if you are sick somehow that you have to take some medicine, if you ever have surgery, if you have any tattoos. If so, you have to show him or show her which kind of tattoos do you have. Oh yeah, you have to take your mask and they're gonna check your mouth. And after that, you put your mask on again and they check you, how you breathe. They make you stand up and then they check your thorax, and then they make you turn around. They check your back, very easy, very fast. And that's it. I think that's it. Then you're almost done. Then you have to go to the psychological test. So they ask you a couple of questions again. They ask you if you smoke, if you drink, if so, how much, when was the last time you have a drink, if you ever consume illegal substances, and also they ask you if you have ever been abused, like bullied or somehow during your childhood or whenever you were a teenager. They ask you a couple of questions. After that's it. Then you have to go to the vaccines. That's the last stage. And the vaccines, they already check your Cartilla Nacional de Salud in my case. So they check which vaccines I had already. Because I work in a cruise ship before, I work for an American company, I already had some, but I was missing 2 or 3. So they said you need these ones. It was weird because they said for your kind of visa you don't need them. The government of the United States said it's not mandatory It's not like disposal. But it will be good if you already have it, because at some point they will ask for it. I said, so okay, so go for it, put it. So there were 3 vaccines. They made you go inside of the room, and they put like 1 over here and another 2 over here, and then they make you wait for 10 minutes outside of the room to check if you don't have any reaction. They ask you after 10 minutes if you don't have a headache or you're dizzy, something, and after that you're ready to go. So you have to go downstairs and you go to pay. For me, was with the vaccines, it was $421.20. That is in Mexican pesos, 8,723 pesos. So that was it. It was a easy procedure of 2 hours, and I would recommend you to go comfortable, like having sweatpants, just a t-shirt and a sweater, because you have to take out your clothes. There's some guys that they're having like nice fancy long shirts, and they have to take it out for the vaccines, and again for the blood, and again for the, so it's better something that you can just take off very easily. And that's it. They told me they have to go back at 2:30 in order to collect my results. So I will let you know, guys, how was it. I just came back from picking up the results of the medical. So they're gonna give you 3 things. This one, the first one, and the most important, is this black envelope. This one over here, your data, and it's completely closed and you don't have to open it. If you open it, then you have to do your medical again. So this one you have to take it with to the consulate with your consulate appointment, because you have to give this black envelope. Also, they give you this, that is the vaccination documentation worksheet. Basically it says which vaccines you have, and it's a picture of you. And last but not least, they give you this CD where you have your x-rays of your chest. So basically that's it. It's a very, they told me at 2:30, and I arrived 2:15. I need to wait 15 minutes, and then we make a line, and 20 minutes later I have already my things. So today was really weird here in Ciudad Juarez. I never been in this part of Mexico in the north, and today it was like a sandstorm. I mean, I'm a little dramatic, but really it was a lot of wind, sand everywhere, dust everywhere, and the city was like all brown. It's March over here, and they said that this is very common in winter. So just so you know. Anyway, tomorrow I have my appointment with the CAS. I will let you guys know how was it. The 17th, I have my appointment with the CAS.
So that was your biometrics.
That's right.
Let's cut to Martin in Ciudad Juarez with his experience in the biometrics appointment.
This one is the CAS, Centro de Atención a Solicitantes. I will have my appointment 1 day before my consular appointment. So in this one they take your fingerprints, and they also check that you have all your documents in order 1 day before you go with the consulate. There's this one over here. Right now it's very quiet, there's no one. Actually the place is already closed, but in the morning they told me there's a lot of people, and in the hotel they told me there's going to be a lot of people trying to scam you, so you don't have to talk to no one that tries to help you. No. Hi guys, I just came back from my appointment with the CAS, that is the Centro de Atención al Solicitante. So I'm going to tell you what they asked me. You have to be there, let's say 10 minutes before your appointment, and they start making the lines according to the time that they told you to. So I was there 10 minutes before. It was perfect, I didn't have to wait. And they ask you 3 things. The first thing is your passport, your valid passport. Then the second one is going to be the letter that the consulate sends to you. A lot of people, they know it as the letter of instructions.
So that one that they send you in the mail, that one. Then the other one, it's gonna be the DS-160. So that one, they're gonna ask you for that document, the letter, and the passport. That's it. It's very easy. It took about 20 minutes. And they're gonna write something in the DS form, and they also gonna put a stamp on the back of your passport. Right at that, they will just confirm the date and the hour that their appointment at the consulate is, and that's it. You're ready to go. It's very easy, just takes 20 minutes. At the beginning, when I just enter to the building, they make like una revisión. So they check you that you don't have any weapons or whatever, like in the airport. And if you are allowed to take your cell phone, but it has to be off. Don't take like coins or keys or whatever. Just take whatever you have to. You take your just your documents, and if you're taking your cell phone, it has to be off before you getting into the building. Good luck to all of you. If you are doing this appointment, don't be nervous. Everything is gonna be fine. They're just gonna take a picture of you. If I have one recommendation, it will be take a nice shirt. I mean, there were a lot of people that are having like, I don't know, not nice outfits. And I don't know if this picture is gonna be for your visa or for your green card, or I don't know. But anyways, if it's a picture, you want to look nice. So I will recommend you to have a nice outfit, do your hair, and that's it. Don't be nervous. It's gonna be fast, it's gonna be good.
One funny part is that I forgot the most important thing in that appointment. I forgot to mention that they take all your fingerprints, like every single one. Like, I don't know, I just forgot. I was very excited, but it's very easy. And also I mentioned the picture. I don't know for which document it was.
Yeah.
But now I know.
Yeah.
It's for the visa.
Oh, okay, so it was for the visa.
It was for the visa.
Oh,
yeah.
Good.
So,
Good thing you dressed up.
That's right.
Now for this last part of the experience, we're going to be sharing the interview process. Now Martin didn't record anything the day of because he was so nervous, like so nervous. And the appointment was really early in the morning. And then he didn't record after because we got some very bad news that made him very upset, and obviously, rightfully so.
I didn't want to record anything.
We're gonna talk about what happened, how we fixed it, and how we ultimately got the visa.
First of all, right now during the pandemic, they're dividing the appointment, the consular appointment in two.
And they're not telling people either.
That's right.
So make sure you keep this in mind when you're planning your return flight.
That's right. So if you have one appointment at 7 a.m. like in the morning, they're gonna make you come back in the afternoon. But if you have your appointment in the afternoon, they're gonna make you come back the next day in the morning.
Yeah. So in the first appointment in the morning is when they're going to collect all your documents from you.
That's
so you're
right.
gonna show all your documents. The funny thing is it just kind of seems like they change their mind about what they want, whatever day it is. So it's really important you bring literally every piece of paper you've ever gotten.
And a copy of everything.
And a copy of everything. This is what Martin turned in, but don't take this as the complete fact, because I would suggest just bringing everything you possibly have just to be safe. And you'll see that there was one thing we didn't bring that was never listed, nobody ever told us about, that we ended up needing.
Right.
All right, what did you end up bringing? What did they end up asking for?
So, well, first of all, I brought something like this. This was very helpful because we put every single document over here with a label that says, like, for instance, constancia de antecedentes no penales, or acta de nacimiento, or the email, or the DS-160. I already knew where it was, and it was very fast for me to find it.
We actually practiced one day before he left. We practiced the interview. I was like playing bad cop. Like,
she was the
really,
meanest.
really intense. I was like, show me your DS-160. He had to find it within like 5 seconds.
Also, I picked green, you know, because green card, because you want the green paper, you want the green thing, and it didn't work.
Oh, well, anyway, it did work in the end.
Okay, so the things that they will ask you your medical, the black envelope that you don't have to open. That one, they open it over there and they check it. They also ask for the DS160. That's right. They ask for my birth certificate. Birth certificate. Original. They check it and then they just keep one copy. The letter of the consulate, that the ones that they send you in the email, also known as the letter of instruction. The confirmation of the appointment.
That was an email.
That's an email. That's an email. It says don't reply. Yeah. And it says the number of your case, your number, petitioner. They ask. It was weird because they asked for one photo of me, the passport photo, and they just said, and then just give it to me back.
Yeah, we don't know why. We were thinking maybe they're checking his social media.
And they wanted to see how do I look
without a mask. Yeah, I don't know. We don't really know why they did that.
It's like, this guy looks handsome. Let's see, like his beautiful eyes.
My eyes. They also asked you for the I-134.
Right.
Make sure you sign it. I looked through all of it and saw I forgot to sign the last page before I gave it to you. I signed it.
That's right.
I've seen people get turned away for it not being signed.
They also gonna ask for your taxes.
My taxes.
That's right.
My taxes from 2019, so the year before. I didn't have my 2021s yet.
Yeah, at this point, everything is gonna be in Spanish because there's like Mexicans working in the consulate, so it's like a Mexican and they ask you everything in Spanish. And it's funny because they ask all the documents in Spanish except this one. They say, your taxa. They ask like that, your taxa. This is the tax return of 2019.
What was really weird, and this is what I mean by you never know what you're gonna get depending on when you go, is they didn't ask for your police report.
That's right.
Which is like a big thing on all the websites, have your police report.
That's right. It's also because...
What do they call it in Mexico?
Carta de antecedentes no penales. You've never been in prison or you've never committed like a crime or something.
Yeah.
So, I asked them, oh, you don't want my carta de antecedentes no penales? They say like, no, like, yours is it's a K1 visa. Most of the people, they come here for a spousal visa. They ask you more documents. For this one, I don't think you need it. I was like, well, I just took it out from it costs money, so I just put it anyway.
This is like a whole thing for weeks. You're like, I don't know if I should get it like notarized or not or whatever, blah, blah.
Yeah, we were about to pay like 500 pesos to be translated. Anyway,
that's just how it is.
And of course, your passport.
Yes,
that's for your passport. They put everything in like a folder, and they give me a piece of paper that it says my name and also at what time I should return to the consulate. It says 1 o'clock.
By the way, don't bring anything to the consulate with you. We forgot to say that.
Yeah, that's right. There's no, you cannot take your phones. Doesn't matter if it's off. You cannot take your phone. You cannot take coins, keys.
There's nowhere to put your stuff.
Yeah, so and they're gonna check you everything. Also, if your folder that has like a lot of, I don't know, like
metal?
Yeah, metal. They're like a little picky.
Oh.
And also you cannot get in with big suitcases or big backpacks. You have to be small.
Good thing to note is that the hotel that Martin stayed at, they do hold your bags.
That's right.
They will hold them for you so that if you check out in your appointments later on, they can keep them somewhere for you.
Right. That was very useful.
Yeah. Next, interview questions.
I came back at 1 o'clock and there was a line of people that they have the same sheet as mine. So we entered, and that was, well, in the first appointment in the morning, it took me about 2 hours. And this one, since the moment that I entered and the moment that I left, it was almost 3 hours.
Yeah, my heart was beating for 3 hours straight.
That's right.
Well, actually it does that anyway.
Yes.
But you get what I mean. Anyway.
So this is a security point. You cannot open one door at the same time as the other one, so everything has to be closed. They press a button, they tell you to open, and they tell you to follow the blue arrows. So you go to this patio, huge patio, you follow the blue arrows, and they take you to one place that is, I don't know how to describe it. It's like, it's open, but there's walls, so there's no doors. Make sense? Like a barn.
Oh wow.
But it's
take
like,
you out to the barn?
Yeah, to the barn. No, it's not a barn, but it's like, I don't know, like a place so you can sit, but it's ventilated. So you have to be waiting over there. There's gonna be one person tell you where to sit, and they're gonna they're gonna make like groups of 12 or 5, or it depends, to get in to the real consulate. So there are gonna be a lot of chairs over there, and there was always rumors about the green chairs, blue chairs, and
yeah, there's like a conspiracy that the chair color that you get means something.
Right, but right now, because of the pandemic, they don't mean anything. Like, you can sit everywhere, and there are just the chairs over there. Doesn't matter your case, you just sit. Because of the pandemic, there was like 4 working or 5 working, so it took a lot of time. That's why. Also, they speak through bocina.
Like a loudspeaker?
That's right. So you're seated and you can hear whatever they are asking or whatever they're responding. That makes you feel more, a little bit more nervous or more confident. In my case, it was more confident because there were a lot of spousal visas. So they were asking how many times have you been in the States? How do you enter? Like if you enter through the mountain, to the river, to the fake paper. There were a lot of people that they already live in the States that enter illegally over there, and they were approved. So I was confident. I was like, whoa, okay, so I'm doing everything right. I never broke the law. It will be easier for me. So I was getting more confident. And also this girl that was the consulate, that was in front of me, she was very nice. I mean, this couple they were very nervous. And she was even making jokes with them. And she was like, "Oh, don't feel worried." I was making jokes. She was so nice. I was like, "Oh, I hope I'm with her," you know? But I didn't. So they called my name, and I went with this lady that she was mad since the moment that I was there. And they ask you at the beginning, you want these questions to be in, this appointment is going to be in English or in Spanish? And then you said in Spanish and English, no? I want it to be in English because I want them to see that I already try to learn the language, that I feel comfortable, that and also I practice with Juliana all the answers in English. But she didn't answer. She didn't ask me, sorry. She just went straight to Spanish. And I said, well, all right. And I start answering in Spanish, and then I told her, hey, can we change to English? Can we switch to English? And she said, yeah, of course. And then we switched. But well, the questions. Question time.
Yeah. First one that they asked you was who asked for you? ¿Quién te pide?
¿Quién te pide? That's
like,
right.
Who's your petitioner?
Petitioner.
Me.
Told the name, and she's like, where is she from? And I said, well, California. She was born and raised in California. She's like, oh, she's from California? Yep. Do you have, by any chance, her birth certificate? And I said, no, I don't have it. A copy or something? No, I don't have it. Oh, don't worry, it's not a big deal. It was. It was a big deal, lady. And also, just to note, that was something that they started asking that week. That's right.
We started to see in the visa group people say, hey, bring the birth certificate. We hadn't seen it until his visa appointment ended. But
yeah, as I said, I watched a lot of videos, and they were asking that only if it was a spousal visa. Yeah. But for the fiance visa, they already have the passport of the citizen, so it was already unnecessary.
Anyway, continue.
Like she didn't believe it.
At this point, Martine wasn't nervous.
Then she asked, how do we meet? And I said, well, we met each other in the middle of the Caribbean. We were working in a cruise ship, blah, blah. I would like my smile, you know what a smile is.
Our dinner party
Our beautiful story. Our beautiful story. And she was like, oh, all right. And she started seeing the pictures that Juliana sent, like in the cruise ship and stuff. And
then they asked, what does she do for work?
That's right.
And then they asked, where am I right now?
That's right. And she's right now in my hometown. She's waiting for my call. Then she asked if it's the first marriage for both of us, if we have any kids together or apart. Before. Yeah. She asked if I ever visit her family in California. I said yes, more than 10 times. And
also what our plans were for the wedding.
Oh yeah, the plans for the wedding.
if you'd asked my parents for permission, and also what they think of our relationship.
That's right. That's right. If they agree with the relationship, if I asked your parents for a marriage, for a permission to get married.
For my hand in marriage.
Wow.
They also asked for if he's had any encounters with the police in Mexico or the USA.
That's right. Also, my occupation in Mexico. They also asked what I'm planning to do in the States. What is my career? What I want to do? What do I study? And then if I have any tattoos. And then I said yes. It's like, what is it? I told her, and that's
it's right above his butt crack, an arrow pointing down.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful one. Do you want to show it? No.
I'm kidding. Anyway, so that was the appointment. And then what happened?
I feel very confident because at the middle of the appointment, I was rushing it. I was answering without hesitant, and everything perfect. Everything, I was like very confident, very fluent in English, and I was answering all the truth. And then she was in her computer for a long time, and then I saw that she was printing something. Because I watch a lot of movies, a lot of videos. I saw that the green paper is that your visa
green means go.
Yeah. And then if you give you a blue one, it means they deny it to you. So
and there's a law, I guess you could call it. You'll get a form 221G if you get this blue paper. And there's like a website where you can read more about it. It basically says at the visa appointment, you can either be approved or denied. There's no in between. So it's kind of harsh if you get denied, because not all denials are like meaning it's the end of the road for you, okay? Right. But anyway, he got this paper, and basically it said he was refused the visa for administrative processing. It'll either be administrative processing you're refused for, or a specific reason like, oh, you
so she printed this.
Dun dun dun!
And she gave it to me, and I was like, what the heck? I just answered everything. And she's like, well, your visa, it's not gonna be processed till we have a document, till we have this document, because we need the birth certificate of your fiance.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? I was so confused. I couldn't talk. And I was like, wait, so I can go outside and print it and then bring it to you? I was like, no, you have to send it by mail. You're gonna check in the website of the consulate. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So
at this point, like when Martina called me, I had it ready. I was like, I can give it to you, print it out, give it. They don't accept it in person.
Yeah, that's right. So I said like, what if I send it today? They're like, well, it's gonna be faster to process, but you still have to send it by email. By mail. Mm-hmm. And I was like, whoa.
So the exact thing it says is, I'll translate it to English. You have been found to be ineligible to receive the visa under section 221G of the immigration law because your application has been found incomplete. To continue this case, it's necessary for the following information, which was my birth certificate, and then it tells you how to submit it. So basically, you have to go online right away. Well, not right away. You have actually a year to do this. I don't know who in their right mind would wait a whole year. But you go online to your typical portal that you used for like tracking your case and like scheduling an appointment.
Right.
And there's a thing that says like submit additional documents. You do that, and then when you get through all those steps, it's all like outlined on the page. You'll have a DHL printout of like a prepaid envelope. So then you take that to DHL, you show it to them and say, hey, here they go. You scan it, you include the second page of the document in the
they know exactly what to do.
In the envelope with the birth certificate. And so this was the timeline of what that looked like, because of course we were freaking out like, what? We've been waiting almost 2 years already. Hello, can't wait anymore.
So I received that letter, and I was completely devastated. Remember, I don't have my cell phone, so I went out. I wanted to arrive to the hotel, and there was any taxis, and I couldn't call an Uber, so I went walking, trying not to cry, but thinking about like what's gonna happen. Then it's the night, like I don't know. I didn't have my cell phone to get it, like to check any information. So I said like I have to call Juliana. It was the longest walk I ever
Yeah,
had.
and I was so nervous. And we had talked before. I said, don't do the joke where you say you were denied and then you're like, ah, just kidding. So don't do that. I'm not gonna think it's funny. And so he immediately messaged me when he got back and said I was denied. I was like, oh, what? I know you're not playing with me. So we called and you were so upset and I was like, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay, we need to figure it out. I like posted on Instagram, so many of you guys were like, this happened to us too, it's okay. Other people in the Facebook group were like, it's just gonna take a couple more weeks, it'll be fine, like this is normal. And so basically, you were not relaxed at all for the whole week. You were so stressed. I was more optimistic, but anyway,
Yeah,
it
for
doesn't
me
even
it
matter.
was a tough week.
Yeah. So what happened was his appointment was March 18th. The next day, March 19th, he was at home. We sent the document in DHL. On March 22nd, we were notified it arrived to Ciudad Juarez. On March 26th, we got an ominous email to Martine's email that raised our blood pressure quite a bit that said, documents are being sent to you in DHL. It was like a standard shipping notice with no explanation, no email to follow. We kept trying to check our case status for the whole week actually, and it wasn't working at all. Like nothing, it would not show us the case status. So we're like, were we approved or denied? Like you're sending us something. Is it good news or bad news? So I called the consulate. I said, hey girl, what's going on? And she said, you've been approved. And we were like, what? We're crying. Actually, here's some clips. And we were so happy. So that was on March 26th. And then on March 30th, yesterday, at the time of filming, on March 30th, it came in the mail. It was here, so it was very quick.
Huh?
You opened it in such a weird way.
I'm like a little kid in the Christmas. Wow. Yes! I couldn't relax till the moment that I opened my passport and I check and it says the visa. I saw the visa. It says K1, it says the R of resident. I said like, yes, now I can be relaxed. And yeah, that was our experience with the whole visa process. Next, we're going to be moving to the States, obviously, in like the next month or so. We're gonna be taking you guys along with us on what that journey is like, especially Martine's channel will be really interesting because he's gonna be sharing his first time doing a lot of things like going to a rodeo, going to football games, going to Whataburger, I don't know. So we have a lot of fun adventures coming up. And then also we'll be sharing our adjustment of status process as well. So the immigration content is not yet over, and I know a lot of you guys are here for it. We just have one thing planned, and that's whenever I have my green card, we're gonna make a green party.
Oh yeah, of course. Everybody wear green. And let's do it on a cruise ship.
Oh God.
It'll be so fun.
So much.
We're gonna have like shirts with like, you know, those corny cruise ship shirts with like
the ones that you love.
Like he got his green card.
I used to hate it.
I love it. I love it. Anyway.
So we want to thank each and every single person that sent us a message encouraging us, or I don't know, give us some words of hope, advice, everything, every single thing, celebrating with us, because it wasn't easy and it wasn't short. Yeah, it was very, very mentally challenging, and so we hope that we can be a source of comfort for you guys watching this, going through this. I know it's so stressful, but we're all going through this together, and I think we can all help each other out. Speaking of which, in the comments, leave below where in the world you are. If you're from the US, like which state, where in Mexico you're from, or if you're from another country, hey, welcome. We'd love to see how far this video reaches, and also share any advice that you guys have found throughout your process so that can maybe help out someone else. Thanks so much. Make sure you follow along our journey, and we'll see you guys in the next video. So long, travel well, and make the world your neighborhood. See you guys next time. Bye.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. Did you know we have a Patreon? All our members get access to monthly income reports, exclusive podcasts, access to our private Facebook group, and even a copy of my ebook, Puerto Vallarta Like a Local. Business and first class patrons also get a postcard from us each month. Thanks so much for the support. Click the Patreon logo on this screen to join our family.